Hey guys, it's Jock's Girl, and it's I think the 15th of January. We're halfway through. It's kind of frightening how fast time goes by, especially when I have 2 classes to complete this semester, this term actually, and I have no ambition to do it, and I got to get it done. And then I have 1 term left, so I could have gotten more work done faster, and I didn't. So yeah, welcome to my true confessions. So anyways, hi stitchers. It's really a cross-stitching video of sorts. Well, let's see. Let me just give you guys a little bit of an update. I'm not as organized as some of you guys. Some of you guys have all your thoughts written out, and that's pretty awesome because then you're not rambling all over the place, and your ideas are probably complete thoughts, unlike mine more than half the time. I expect you guys to read my mind. I have some little earrings on that are snowflakes because it's hot in California. We didn't get to see much of a winter so far, and I know winter just technically just started in December, at the end of December, but it's been really warm, and in fact like really warm, where it's beach weather. You could go to the beach and enjoy yourself, and although to some people that probably sounds like heaven, it'd be nice to have some cold days to enjoy the sweaters. So I do have on my sweater because I tend to run on the cold side, and I'm a little under the weather still. I'm supposed to be at work and I'm not. I took yesterday off, and today I felt really bad. I thought I was getting the flu, and maybe I had a touch of it, I'm not sure. But instead of taking advantage of the time of me doing homework, I stitched. And my husband wasn't here, he was in Utah, so that was kind of nice. So speaking of Utah, if you've been to my channel before and you've watched some of my videos, you know that we have another house in Utah. So we finally went there in December, and because we purchased the house during the summer, and the original owners were still living in it, and they were having their house built, and now their house is complete. And so mid-December they moved out, and then we went to Utah and visited and started moving some things there. So it's fun, you know. It's exhausting though too, because we have to almost have like double the amount of things, even though we only live there like 1 weekend a month or 2 weekends a month, or weeks a month, whatever. We still just thought, well, we're going to be moving stuff there, and so it's getting beds for the rooms and linens and all kinds of things. And my thought process was just take half what we got here, and my husband's like, no, let's furnish it all new and whatnot. So that's what we've been working on and doing. So my house is in an uproar because we are going through things, and even though it's not going to be until 3 years from now until we live there full time, my husband has this big itch to move everything now. So we are. And honestly, the house that we live in now, it's a nice size house. It's a 3-bedroom house. I don't know what the square footage is of this house. I want to say 1,400, I think. 17, 11, I don't know. But it's a 3-bedroom house, and there's just 3 of us living here, and we're just packed, like every closet, every drawer. And we're not hoarders, you know, because there are people who are. We're not there yet. I could get there very easily, but I'm not going to. My husband won't let me. That's a good thing about being married to someone who's a non-hoarder. But no, we really filled this house up, and there's so many things that I don't want to get rid of. So it's hard to even just separate myself from my items, knowing that they're going to be there. My husband offered to take some of my stuff on this trip, which was frustrating for him, because this trip he was supposed to get the cable guy out there so we can have some internet service. We're putting up security cameras and things, and then they never showed up. And my husband had called them back in December and spoke to the company, and they said, well, there's only certain days that they go out because the area that we're moving to is pretty remote. And so it's not like the city we live in now where the hustle and bustle is every day, and there's people coming and going, and they're so busy that you might not get the cable guy here until like 9 or 10 o'clock at night. I think 10 might be the latest that they show up. I could be wrong on that, but it seems like we had one guy that gave us a window time up to like 9 p.m., which is kind of crazy. But when you live in a big rural city, I guess it's not. So, but out there, rural city, I don't know if that makes sense. I don't think I'm using that correct. No. Anyways, but yeah, that wasn't used. I didn't use that correctly. Anyhow, because where we are moving to, it's remote, and so they said that they only come out, I think, like once or twice a month to that area. My husband had to go out there, so he worked a complete shift, which he has long shifts. His shifts are anywhere from 10 to 12 hours. And then he got off work, and a friend of his and my husband drove all the way out there. So from my house, it's 6 hours, and he drove all the way out to Utah, and they stayed the night. And so they got there a little after midnight, and then they were there, and then nothing. The guy never showed up. So my husband did take a load of things out. He bought another bed or mattress and box spring and took that out, and a few things. So at least some things went out, but some of my stitching stuff is there. I am going to have my own craft room, which I'm really excited about. It's going to be my craft room, and it's going to be another spare bedroom because there's a total of 5 rooms. And so it will be one of the guest rooms. But for the most part, it's going to be my own room. I'm so excited. But my husband gets a whole garage. I mean, it's not the garage that's connected to the house. It's a whole workshop. So in comparison, I'm getting like a teeny tiny part of the house. But I'm grateful for it. And it's actually a nice size room. So I'm excited that I'll be able to do my yoga in there and not have to fight the boxes and fight space with my husband, having a computer and a desk and everything, and I hate that. So I would show you the room I'm in right now, and then you would understand, but I'm not, because it's embarrassingly messy. And I don't know, one of these times I will show you, because in reality all of us, I'm sure, have some little embarrassment, and it kind of makes us all real, but I'm not there yet today. But what I do want to show you is some of my stitching stuff, and it's not a big deal because I don't really stitch a whole lot right now because I can't, I'm not allowed to. But when I do, I stitch. So let me see, what should I start with? I'm almost done with my Christmas one that I started working on. Here it is. I don't know if you can see where it is that I need to work on it, but the last time I showed you, I was missing, this is hard, I'm holding my phone. So the last time I was missing this little black, or this charcoal color, and I had a lot of back stitching to do, but most of the back stitching is done. Actually, yeah, it's all done. All the back stitching's done. Yay! All the back stitching's done on this guy. You can see I am finishing up by putting Krynic in where the snow is. So I just have like 4 more there. And then I'm just going to add some beads for the bells. I'm trying to get this so you don't see my face and you see my stitching. So that's it. I was so tired. I was working on this till like 3 in the morning. I started at, I think, midnight with the back stitching to finish it because I was like halfway through. And I was watching, I like that show, is it Cops Live? So I was watching that, and I was watching Cops Reloaded, and then I switched over to Ingeborg's A Stitch Too Many, and tried to finish this, and I just towards the very end I got tired, and then I you know, when I looked and saw it was almost 4 o'clock. My puppy gets up around 5, and then my child gets up, and then it's, you know, feed the dog, feed the child, take the dog outside for a walk. I have to, otherwise she does what she does as a puppy does in the house, and I don't want her doing that in the house. And even though she's housebroken, but she, for some reason, you don't take her out in the morning, oh boy, be prepared. And so I just knew that if I didn't, but I ended up sleeping until noon because my daughter was so kind, and she helped take care of the dog, even though I woke up with the dog at 5. I was up with the dog till 6, did the things I needed to do, feed the dogs, fed all the dogs, medicated the dogs that need to be medicated, and walked the dog, and they went to bed, back to bed, and then I did too. It drives me crazy, but we have a crazy schedule in my house, and unfortunately we have to do that because my husband goes to work early, and I don't get home till late. So he goes to work, and he's up at like 4:30, 5 o'clock every day, so he tries to take care of business, get everything done and settled, so when I come home, I can just come home and take a nap. It's just crazy. Anyway, enough of that nonsense. Here's the back of my piece. So with the Krynic, it's all over the place. I don't like it being all over the place, but I didn't want to travel the threads underneath, which is normally what I would have done. I would have traveled it under that blue color to hide it, but if you've worked with that, you know that it's a rough fibers, and it would probably ruin the effect of it. So anyways, this is where I am. This is my Saturday and Sunday stitch. I work on my holidays. That's what my rotation is, right? The holiday ones, doesn't matter which holiday's coming up. And now it is Monday, and I'm excited to work on my Monday project, but I'm thinking it would be stupid not to finish this one, so I might finish that tonight, because why not, right? And then I'm going to work on the S. I wasn't going to, but the next project that I'm going to work on, the next holiday one that I wanted to work on, is a little lamb for Easter, and that is in Utah. See how wonderfully that works? Yay! So that, I think, will be my Saturday, Sunday stitch while I'm in Utah, so I'm not going to fret with that because I will be spending weekends there, so then at least I know I have something to work on when I'm there. All right, so my Monday stitch is my Monday towel. That's what I'm going to work on tonight, and it is Sunbonnet Sue. So I think I'm going to switch to going back to using my camera. Anyway, let's see. So here's her little t-shirt. That's a patch on some trousers, and there's her bonnet, and she's looking down into her laundry. So I stitched most of her dress, and I'm working on her apron. So that's what I'm going to work on tonight for a little bit. And I'm going to reach over. Oh, I'd love to show you guys the pattern. But I can't. Whoa! Let me just. I'm so embarrassed. My mouth. Ooh. Happy New Year. So that's what I have done. And this is the one that it is. So you see there she is doing her laundry in her basket. So I'm hoping that I can get this one complete maybe by the beginning of the year. So I'm hoping at least by March, because you guys got to remember I don't have a lot of time for stitching. If I get that done by March, I can start on Wednesday, and then my towel will switch to Wednesday. And then gathering honey, I have not, I don't know where that is. I haven't worked on it very much. I I don't know where it is. Oh, here it is. I haven't worked on it much. And this one's on the 18 count. I don't think I've changed anything on there. So this one, let's see, I'm working on whatever it is that's growing here. So yeah, not much is done on that since the last time I showed you. In fact, I don't think anything has been done on it since. I have to do some back stitching, which I don't mind, but this one I would like to definitely finish by the end of the year. And in case you were not familiar with that one, oh, you almost saw my mess. This is what it looks like right there. So I don't know if I can even turn it around and show it to you guys. So I'm up in this, lighting is bad here. So I'm up in there. I'm actually excited to work on that. So that's my Wednesday and Thursday stitch. And then Friday I want to work on gift stitches. So meaning that I want to make some more stitching things. My parents, well, when I say parents, my mother-in-law, my mom, they have everything they could possibly need. I usually buy them jewelry and or some, you know, pajamas or something for their gifts, but I don't know. I'm not really good with picking gifts out. So, you know, I was listening to Ingeborg and she had made something like some cross-stitch project, and then she thought, well, my mother would like this, and Mother's Day is coming, and so she gave it to her mother, and I thought, wow, that's true, I should do more of that kind of thing for them. So stitch what I like because it'll eventually come back to me. Yeah, I know it will. Stitch what I like and give it to them. And there's a couple of things that I would like to stitch for them, so you know, I think the last time I stitched something I gave it to my mother-in-law, and now it's time to stitch something for my mom. And then I found a cute little towel that my daughter wants me to stitch up for her bathroom. Okay, so anyways, that's that. So going through my stuff, oh, what did I do with it? I don't know how to pause these guys. What can I do? Darn it. I have this cute, yeah, I don't have it in here. Okay, I'm going to set something up for you guys to look at. Well, this isn't going to work. This is not going to work. Oh, can you guys see that? Ah, I don't know how to set this up. I wanted to get something to read to you guys. Here. Okay, well, here you go. Look at that. I will be right back. Count to 20 slowly, and I'll be back. Okay, guys, I'm back. I don't know. Did I beat the clock? Yeah. So, a couple of things. I've been looking at, oh boy, I was looking at some new patterns and things, and you know, of course, I like the older magazines, the Leisure Art magazines, and the Cross Quick and Cross Stitch, the older magazines. And so tonight I was going through some of them and looking through and seeing which ones I want to purchase, and I found one on Amazon that I'm going to pick up from 1989, I think that was the year. Anyways, it's neither here nor there. And I took my daughter out to dinner, and I was thinking about all the patterns that I want to get, and looking at some of the newer magazines like the Cross Stitcher, and just kind of drooling over, wow, what I'm going to do next, because I'm going to finish this Christmas one, and so now it's time to come up with something else. And I took my daughter out for Chinese dinner, and you always let her pick. You always let, especially if I'm paying, I let the guest pick their fortune cookie, right? Because that's what you're supposed to do, right? You're supposed to let somebody else choose everyone's supposed to choose their own cookie to get their fortune. And mine said this, and I laughed, and I thought, okay, I have to make a video. This says, buy things because you need them, not because they are on sale. I started laughing. Because how many times do we buy things because they are on sale? I have a whole room full of what I got on sale, and then it's like, oh, that's not what I need. I need something else, because then I didn't buy what I needed. So, but you can't pass up a good sale, especially if you're buying fabric and stuff. And I think I'm about ready to graduate from the Aida. Although I like Aida, I have nothing against it. There's nothing wrong with it. Who cares? And some people say it's a beginner stitch and whatnot. And I don't personally, I don't care. I just enjoy stitching. But because I was going through some of my stuff, and I'm like, oh wow, I have like 3, 4, 5 rolls of Aida, but they were $1 each. And they're the big ones, So I bought what was on sale. Do you hear my kid? It's time to put her to bed. Anyway, so I was showing you guys this. This is something I bought because it was on sale for $1 at my thrift store, right? And I know I mentioned it. I showed it briefly in one of my videos, I think in October. So I came across this again because it was in my stuff. Whoops. Because I have to separate my stuff temporarily and send it out to Utah. But anyways, this is one I had bought to use as a giveaway. So this is not my style. I think it's beautiful. I love looking at it, but I know many of you guys enjoy these kind of samplers. And when I saw it, and it sounds all fancy schmancy, being Kingsland and all, it's exemplar number 10. I almost said number 1 because I'm looking at it backwards. But anyhow, it's really cute. It's really, actually, it's beautiful. What can I tell you? It is done in DMC. I think there's 8 colors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then you use Mill Hill beads. And then the stitches are the Algerian eye, the satin stitch, a back stitch, and of course cross stitch. And it shows you how to do that Algerian eye stitch, but it does not show you how to do the satin stitch. So I hope I'm showing that to you. Anyways, they did this one here. So as I was reading this, I realized that the top portion and the other part are different colors. They're different fabrics actually. So it says the top half is worked on 28 count shell linen, and it gives you the number. And then you join it to the bottom half worked on 28 count champagne linen. And they're both from Welch Imports. And how cute is that? Like, that wouldn't be that hard to do. And they just stitched it together. So, I think, I don't know how they stitched it together. You would figure it out. So this is something you want to try. I will send it to you, even if it's overseas, because Ingeborg, she likes that kind of stuff, and I have my friend all the way in Denmark. So yeah, if you're interested in that, it's just one page, so there's that barely. You see that, and it's all there. It's kind of tattered and beat up on the edges, but not bad. So if you want it, I will send it to you. Let's have it go till February 1st, and then I'll draw names like I do. So this is my Happy New Year gift to you guys. was I going to say? Okay, so you know the rules. 18 and younger, lucky dogs, you have a whole life of stitching ahead of you. So if you are in that fantastic category and you want to win this girl, I was going to say this bad boy, but I want it to be a girl. You just have to be, get your parents' permission or your guardian's permission, whoever it is that sets the rules. If you're 18 and over, you can disregard that one. You have to be a subscriber, and you should, at the charity of your heart, and I'm not going to look this one up, you need to comment on 3 other people's videos. Anything. A smile. Hey, that's a great video. I like what you're stitching. Anything. Just anything. Just do that to 3 people. And, or I might look and check and see if you did that or not. No, I won't. But you have to like and comment on this guy. So just, you know, say that you are looking for the Kingsland pattern. Just say that. I'm looking for the Kingsland pattern if it's something that you want to stitch. Okay? So, yeah, do that. And I think that's about the end of my video here. It's almost 30 minutes long. I rambled on. My coffee is probably cold. Look at this big mug I have. I like it. There's a little coffee drip right there. I like it because I can put 12 ounces of coffee in here, and it has room for cream. It is Fiesta ware, so I love that because it's made in America. I think the factory is, I want to say, in North Carolina. Or is it West Virginia? It's somewhere over there. Yeah. I love Fiesta ware. It's been around since the 1930s, I want to say. So that's why I started collecting it. They come out with different colors, and the whole idea is to mix and match. You don't have to have a complete set of just all peacock blue or poppy red, or I think this one's tangerine, but they have a couple different colors of orange. But every so often they come out with some different colors and such. But you can find it in antique stores, and Kohl's was selling it, and I think now they are discontinuing selling it. They've been selling it for years, and you could buy it off eBay. It's not cheap, not at all. It's not cheap at all, but I love it. And so, you know, with buying things for the new house, my husband wanted to go with something different, and I told him, hell no. No, we're going with Fiesta ware. And so then he's like, wow, because he found everything on clearance. So anyways, look at that big mug. Yeah, yep. So I'll have a sip of coffee as soon as this video is over. And I hope you guys all have a great stitchy night, day. Yeah, so, all right, you guys, take care. And remember, if you're interested, you have till February 1st. So January 31st will be the last of the entries. And then there'll be that, and maybe I'll even throw in some other surprises in there. I just have to be careful because postage gets expensive. It's crazy. I sent out one little teeny tiny envelope overseas, and it cost me $15. And I'm not complaining because I wanted to send it to that friend. However, maybe if I did my homework, I might have been able to send her a larger package full of more things and have it the same, because I think it was just because it was going overseas. I don't necessarily think it was because of the weight. So I'm gonna find out about that and see, because I would rather make it worth my while and their while getting something in the mail for that price. Yikes. So anyways, take care, you guys, and I will see you the next time I make a video. All right, bye.